Hello. I wanted to go for a walk like you guys, but I can't film outside as we have already seen. So I'm on my elliptical machine. It's probably making a really nice noise as I do this, so I might have to stop. Maybe I will stop. But on the subject of health and fitness, let me show you what I have for breakfast every day. Probably had it, I don't know, 98% of the days in the past 5 months since I started doing it. Look at that. It's purple and gloppy. It's yogurt and granola with blackberries mixed in, and it's so good. I can't believe I've been eating it this long and I'm still not sick of it. But yeah, it's good. It's healthy. I have stomach issues, and eating yogurt every day, boom, they're gone. So on that note, also went to the doctor about 6 months ago, and one of the reasons I'm working so hard to stay in shape, or get in shape, not even halfway there. I'll be quiet now. One of the reasons I have to balance to do this. It's very tricky. Oh, camera's shaking. Okay. Whew. What was I saying? Oh, I went to the doctor. I have high blood pressure. So I've been dieting for that and cutting salt out of my diet. And I've been a vegetarian for like 7 or 8 years. And I don't drink, don't smoke. I don't even drink caffeine. So yeah, it's all these things that I'm doing, and they all involve willpower. I'm here stopping myself from doing everything. I'm being a monk. Look at this austere white world I live in. It's really just the ceiling that's like that, but it looks like it. What's my point? My point is some science. I listened to a podcast once, probably a year ago, about willpower, interviewing some scientist studying willpower, and he was talking about how willpower is a limited resource. It's like you've got like a willpower gauge. Everybody's got 100, or different people probably have different amounts, but you've got a certain amount of willpower, and everything you do that requires willpower uses some up. So, you might resist eating a piece of chocolate, and now you've used 5 willpower. And so that's not available to you for something else. I mean, I guess it recharges over time like mana. But what happens is you can't just force yourself to do everything. You run out of willpower. And that's where I feel I am, is I'm controlling my eating in about 5 different ways, vegetarian, no caffeine, no alcohol, no salt, which I'm very sad about. I really miss ramen. Low calorie, almost no calories. I mean about 1,500 a day. And, forcing myself to exercise. I forget the other things, but I have this big list of things that I'm making myself do. And what happens is, boom, my willpower meter is empty. So what do? I can't make myself work. And I have really noticed that, is when I got out of college, did I mention I was unshaven and unshowered and, yeah. It's okay though, because that's indie. When I was just out of college, I worked 14, 15 hours a day making the original Dr. Lunatic. And it was great. I was totally obsessed. I was doing it all the time. It's just what I did. Because it was the only thing I was forcing myself to do. I lived like a slob. I had my own condo. And I was just alone in this big condo because I had a roommate there during college. He left and it was left to me. And so I'm living there by myself. I had no friends. I was just this guy in a cave. I'd watch TV sometimes. The rest of the time, I'd just be working. Because I could. Now, I've got all this other stuff going on. Just No willpower. No willpower left after all these other things to do work. And I think you guys have it over on me on that. You guys drinking at 10 a.m. I have a feeling you're not spending quite as much willpower outside of your job. Yeah.